What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I thought we'd mix it up a little bit and show the G35 some love. So I think we're going to tackle putting on some over fenders to cover up this massive dent we've got going on down here, and I have no idea what I'm doing, so let's go ahead and get into that. Alright, so we're gonna tear into this. I decided to start with the driver's side because that's the side that has been beat on the most from whoever owned this car before, and just try to make it look a little bit better here. So we've got a set of over fenders here from Duraflex, and I'm slowly starting to figure out just how crappy they really are. But since this is our drift car and we want seat time and practice, and we're probably gonna eventually run doors with somebody anyways, we'll make them work. I got them for a decent price, so we're not in them too bad. So to start with, I went ahead, and let me just rephrase this. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. So I went ahead and pulled off the rear bumper. We had to dismount our tail lights to get the rear bumper off. I went ahead and took the wing off the car, thinking that might have helped a little bit, but I think I can just leave the trunk open and that'll be fine. We went ahead and ripped our side skirt off so we could get into the seam. Now I am working on test fitting this over fender. We've already had to do some cutting, as you can see, on this over fender. It comes with these little lips that I'm assuming are supposed to set like in between the bumpers and the actual body panels, but none of this stuff is even close to being like able just to fit. We're gonna have to cut probably quite a bit off of it. So let's go ahead and finish cutting these lips off so we can get a better fit, and then we'll go ahead and see how much we have to cut off the car, just because we can probably get away with not doing it, but might as well. So let's go ahead and finish prepping this. Alright, so after a lot of struggle and piss poor fitting, it is roughly tacked on there. I think we have 4 rivets holding it on right now. This is what I'm talking about though. You can see this, like how it's curved the opposite way. I don't know how that happens. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna trim it right here, and we're just gonna cut this section away. That way it can actually set flush to the car, and it should be fine that way and not look terrible. The rear fits a little wonky as well. It's just, I don't know. There's a gap right here just from it bulging, and you can see in the wheel well it kind of like bubbled out. Other than that, we'll have to do a little trimming down here. It's about 1 inch too long on the overhang on the bottom for the top to somewhat fit. But I don't know what to say about these yet. I definitely don't want to do this on the 350, but this car I don't really care that much about. So I got some stuff marked up. Let's go ahead and pop these rivets off and do some trimming, and then I guess we'll cut the fenders of the car and see how that goes. I don't know. Alright, so sorry if this hasn't been very informational because I have absolutely no idea what I'm even doing here. But we got everything cut off as you've seen, and I ribboned it up to bend it up into place. I was going to rivet each of those like ribbon strips to the car itself to kind of hold it in place, but that just seemed like a lot of work to do. And I decided to weld it, but I only have a shitty wire feed welder, which is way too hot, even though I turned it down to the lowest setting, and it was still burning through because this stuff is like super thin and it's obviously not the right equipment to use. But I got a couple places to tack, and I'm just gonna call it good. I did go ahead and pick up, it's called Tiger Seal. I'm thinking it's on the lines of a seam sealer. It's supposed to be really good stuff. I picked it up at a local shop here. I don't really know where you can get it. I've never really heard of it before, but if it works, just Google Tiger Seal and see if you guys can find it. So what we're gonna do is I hit it with just some self-etch primer to kind of keep the rust down. And then we'll go ahead and seam seal the whole thing up. And then while that's drying, we'll finish trimming our over panel and start punching more holes in this thing and see how it looks. So let's throw some seam sealer on this now. Alright, that was a lot stickier than I thought it was going to be. I'm not sure how long that needs to dry for. So we'll just kind of let that tack up while we trim some more material off our over fender, and then we'll just kind of tack that onto place and it'll dry over time. I'm not really too worried about it at this point. But it's sealed up. I guess it'll work, whatever. Yeah, so let's go ahead and cut some more off of our over fender, and then hopefully this side will be done. So yeah, so that's kind of what I expect out of Duraflex. I had to cut this top part off because it was folding away from the car. We still got to go through. We'll do a couple rivets up here, across this top. Maybe one down here in the corner, and then down and around that side, a couple of them. And we'll call it good. I fully expect this to get blown apart within the first like drift event or something to happen, or the first track day. But at least for a little bit, it'll look better than what it did with the giant hole in the quarter panel. So I don't know, let's finish tacking this on, and then we'll just fast forward to the other side and call it a day. So let's drill a couple more holes. Alright, so that whole mess is done. She's back on the ground. I had to go back through and refit the driver's side a little bit. It had just had too much of a bubble to it. I'm content. Not happy, but I'm content with the way it works, or the way it looks, because I fully expect these to break within a week or two. If not the first drift event, they'll probably crack and start to fall off. So we'll see. They'll work good for now, but I'll show you. So the driver's side's not too bad. I had to go through and redo a couple of things because it was really bubbled right here, but did a little trimming on the corner. But all in all, like, not terrible. The passenger side though is where it gets real bad. It fits pretty decently through here. I did some trimming because it came up way up here and it just bowed away from the car again, so we cut all that off. It fits pretty good. The back didn't want to line up whatsoever, but gas tank, I had to call it a night last night because I was getting super frustrated with how this was turning out. So for some reason they didn't account for the gas door to open. It would only open till like here and not enough to put any nozzle inside there. So I had to trim all this out back here. Now it just kind of looks like garbage, but I mean, what can you do? You've got to put gas in it. So from a distance though, it's not terribly unsightly, but that's gonna bug the hell out of me. But I didn't know what to do, so I just started trimming until the gas door opened up enough to put, you know, to be able to put gas in it. So whatever. For I think these things run like $350 online. I paid $100 for them, so not overly concerned. I just wish it would look a lot better. It's not what I had in my mind for a vision wise, but whatever, they're on. I don't recommend Duraflex anything at this point now. I was hesitant on it to begin with, but I've heard people say they had good and people say they had bad luck, but it's cheap and now you know why. So, oh well, it's a different project than the truck and it's something I've been wanting to get done, so at least it looks a little bit better than that giant hole on the other side. Yeah, so I think we'll go ahead and end it here. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.